Welcome back, singers. Today I will be responding to one of your comments that were under one of my videos. And I don't know that we've talked about this before, but I think it's a great moment to educate you astrologically and personally. So here we go. So the question is, I wonder how many Scorpios end up in jail due to crimes of passion. And someone actually went under that comment and said a lot, right? So here's the education part. Many of you guys are not going to study astrology to a very extensive realm, and that's fine. Like, nobody needs to. Nobody really needs to go through level 10, 11, 12. Like, you don't need to do that. You're not going to do anything with it. You don't have a business. You're not that interested. Many of you are just interested in, like, am I compatible with this one and that one? Or, you know what I mean? Things that just, like, even in that sort of conversation, you still need to know an extensive amount. You know, I know a lot of you guys throw out, look at the moon sign. No, you need more than that to really see what's going on. And a lot of you don't have the patience, and it's very expensive. A lot of you aren't dropping those thousands of dollars, and it's okay. It's fine. Okay, I don't expect you to know this stuff or even want to know it. However, when you make comments, I love to clear things up because I want to open your brains up to go beyond what you think something is. So when we think about Scorpio, there's really some basics where you can start at. You think about the fact that we're a feminine sign, which means we are receptive. We don't run out and just jump all over things. You know, we wait, we're feelers, we receive, we're receptive. We're a feminine energy. We're a water energy, okay? So we feel out the environment. We're sensitive to our environment. We're sensitive to your energy before you even know what you're trying to exude to us. We're responsive to you. How we behave is dependent upon what you're giving out, okay? And that is the feminine water energy. Fixed, determined, sturdy, long-lasting, somebody who cannot be manipulated. We're not going to change our minds. We're not easily distracted. That's the fixed energy. And then you want to go with the rulership. You want to think about the two rulerships, which is Mars and Pluto, both destroyers, both very chaotic. You think about Pluto, you think about chaos. You think about breaking down. You think about destroying. You think about purging. You think about transformation. You think about that sort of energy, which is internal. It's very quiet. And Mars is the lower octave of Pluto. It is violent. It is aggressive. It's very quick energy. It's you know, it's an energy that is felt more physically. Okay, it's sexual attraction is that sort of thing. So when we start talking about crimes of passion, if you just think about those words, you think about someone who is out of control. And Pluto rules control. Scorpio is, I'm going to say, the most controlled sign of the zodiac. We have the most control, which is why I've never been to prison. Okay. And if I was an Aries, I probably would have been in prison as a child. Most likely. Scorpios have the utmost control. And if you've read my book, Dating Scorpio, the Cancer, I remember, because I had a relationship with him back in my 20s, I remember when he came to my apartment, and I don't know what provoked this conversation, but he just kind of came out with it, and I'm paraphrasing because these were not his exact words, but they were to the effect of him saying that I can't imagine how dangerous you would be if you were really in love, or something like that. It was something along those lines, but I've heard this type of thing before. And for me, it was kind of like he was wishing that I was so in love with him that I would, like, be out of control in that way. So you think about crimes of passion, you think about individuals who are out of control, you think about the mutables, you think about a Pisces who is ruled by Neptune, And if we want to talk about secondary ruler, we talk about Jupiter is a planet of excessive. It overindulges. It does too much. And Neptune is what? Deception. Neptune is confusion, deception. It clouds your judgment. You don't know what you're doing. You have no control. There is no complete grounding in Jupiter or Neptune. Period. And then you think about all the other mutables. Sag, which is fire, which just like boom, comes out, right? And so the individuals who are most likely in prison for crimes of passion, and many of you can go and look at any statistics if anybody is actually sat down over decades to look at what zodiac signs are in prison for crimes of passion, which I don't think anyone has ever done that, by the way. I don't think anyone would care to do that. I guarantee you in my life it's not a Scorpio. We just have too much control. To show our cards in that way, show up at your house at 2 a.m. and like do what? You know what I mean? That's such a weak move for us. It's weak. It's weak. It's a weak move. We're so fixed and we have such will and patience that our way of revenge would be a very Plutonian type of way. It would last a really long time, and it would just be it would be a very intense, painful transformation. Like you would just feel like you're going through 100 years of the same nightmare, very slow and very, and I would say this, if you guys are bold enough, I don't know, those of you who are not Scorpios, or even if you are, and you've been in a deep, passionate relationship with us, and it's ended, it's come to an end, and not a good ending, not like, oh, we really can't do this anymore, I'm moving to Russia, you're moving to China, you know what I mean, like, got love for you, let's just go on our separate ways. If it's not like that, tell me how that's turned out. It really doesn't work very well. It doesn't go over very well. However, it would never be a crime of passion. That's too out of control. That's very Aries. That's even Leo. It's like, that screams Gemini. Real confused and I don't know what to do. I'm so mad. And you're like, I'm driving to his house. Like, that's so out of control. For me, that's just screams weak to me. It screams weak because now all our cards are on the table. And we don't do that. So a lot of you, when you make these comments of like, Scorpio's like this or that, like you're not really thinking about where we derive. Like you're not thinking about Pluto, you're not thinking about Mars energy, you're not thinking about water energy, which is receptive, which is quieter. You're not thinking about that. You really, and I will say this, I mean, it's a nice little fantasy, isn't it, to like wish that somebody would be that into you, that there's some crime of passion. He's in jail because he just wanted me so much, he tried to hurt me. Like, I thought about that when the Cancer said that. I was like, wow, you really, like, that was his projection of how he wanted me to feel about him. Like, he wanted me to be so out of control, like crazy over him, that I would like do something. I was like, and that, it's kind of twisted if you think about that. It's kind of like the people who, when they get into my comments, they're like, he's obsessed with me. I'm like, no, that's like you want that wish to be fulfilled. Like you want someone to have an obsession with you. And, or he's stalking me. Like you use this language like you want someone to do that. And let me tell you, from the perspective of an individual who's been stalked more than once, like real stalker, no, you don't. You don't want anyone stalking you. You don't want anyone obsessed with you at all. It's not cute. It's not fun. It's not flattering unless you have low self-esteem. And so when you use this language, crimes of like you're hoping, it just says like, it just screams like, I wish someone wanted me that bad, that they were like, I want a Scorpio to break down so bad, like that they just become so unraveled that this is the level where they're gonna go. But instead, the individuals who do this are like literally like Geminis and like Virgos and like even Pisces, like, and the fire signs too, because they don't have a lot of self-control. They don't have it. They just boom, and that's it. That's the end of it. And so, yeah, I'm really, really sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry to diminish your dreams, but there aren't many Scorpios in jail for no crime of passion. There probably aren't any in jail or prison for a crime of passion. It's probably something else, but I doubt that it's that. Anyway, guys, like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I'll see you at ScorpioSunScorpioMoon.com, where you can purchase from my pop-up shop. Look at this, darling. Yes, the Venom. Oof. Gorgeous, 100% sterling silver. She's absolutely fabulous. You can get her now. Click on the pop-up shop and you can order her. You can also get copies of my audio and paperback books. If you're here in New York City, you know you can get them at Unshanti on East 14th Street, or Quest, which is in Midtown. And if you haven't already joined my membership, I will be giving kind of mini lectures every week about self-esteem, breaking down and rebuild, and what that really looks like on a practical, personal level. I'll be doing one-on-one, answering your questions. It's really a fabulous, intimate group where I can kind of get to everybody and talk about things and really dive in and open your eyes to a whole new perspective of your self-concept and how you create the reality that you live in right now. What else is going on? I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I think that's it. I'll see you guys soon.